a full GUI object-oriented programming database. We'll start with the template class. Of a student. And I've just copied and we'll paste now the basics. 3 attributes. Constructors, gets and sets. Next, I'll do my application sample form, the GUI. I'm going to do 3 tabs. One for entry, one for display, which will display sorted records, and one for searching. The 3 things. 2 will have labels that are separate, and 1 will have a label that goes with checkbox. Let's do checkbox. That's whether or not the student is male. This will be for the name. And let's do, we already did grade. Now a button for entry. Make sure everything's named properly. So we're going to want either an array or an array list. Let's do an array list. So if we're going to do an array list, let's first of all make it an array list of type student, the class we've already made. Call it the students. Type student, the constructor for the array list, and import the array list. So now when we add our functionality to this, a mouse released event, it will be to the students array list that we add a new student. The student will take 3 things. It will take, first of all, the name, which we'll get from the GUI. And then the grade, which has to be an int, sent to the constructor, so we'll parse it from the GUI. And then the third thing will be if the isMale checkbox is checked. So isMale checkbox dot get, or just dot is selected. Yes. I'm just going to put that to the next line. So then we'll have added our new student. And what we should do also, recall that after you've clicked OK, you want these two text boxes to be empty again and this to be non-selected, so we'll do that now. Just set the text to be nothing for the first two. And box set, maybe just is selected to be true or false. We want it to be false. No, how do we do this? Is selected. Set, what do we got? Selected, there we go. Set selected to be false. All right. So next we'll want to display what we've got. So we'll need a table. And we should have a button that both sorts and refreshes this. So we'll say sort and display. I'm just going to call it sort button. Table I'll call table. And then we better make the table to be more appropriate in terms of size and the titles. So we'll copy it from the generated code and fix it up in our own method, which we can call myinitialize, void method of our own, and in that then we'll give ourselves a few more rows and customize our titles to be, it would be name, student name, grade, and then is male, no, male, female. We'll put either male, string male, or female, depending on the Boolean value of that object's is male attribute. So we've got our table, and now we're going to add functionality to this button. First things first, we will need to sort the array list. Let's do that with another class. Let's make a sort and search student class. We could do it right here, but it's nice to separate out functionality this way. So we're going to need a sort. We're going to need a sort, and I have one all queued up here. Selection sort, copy. Only, and it's not formatted properly. Only this is a selection sort for an integer array. So let's first of all call it selection sort of student names. And it's going to take in not an array, and certainly not of ints, rather an array list of student objects. And int array makes no sense as a name. Let's refactor it to this. Let's try it again. Oh, array list. Let's give ourselves the array list. Import is before we do anything. So refactor this again. Having a hard time. To be students. So these two errors will be easy to fix because we're not dealing with the length of an array, we're dealing with the size method of an array list. But now it gets a lot trickier. What we're trying to do here is see if one element in the array list is less than what is assumed to be the min. So we don't want to keep getting an element, we want to be getting dot get index. So what was that? I? J. So dot get J is less than this student's min index. Dot get min index. That is correct. But we're not comparing the actual objects, we're comparing their names. And when comparing strings, we can't use the less than, we have to use compare to see if this compared to that is less than 0. So we go dot compare to, comparing to this and we're going to see if that comparison is less than 1. If so, min index will be assigned j, min index and j are both ints, so there's no need to change those. They're the ints that are being used to control the for loop and the min index, so they're fine. So down here we're swapping, so our temp will be a student. Student temp will become the I. So students.getI. Then we're going to set the student's I. To be this student's min index. Get min index. And finally, we're going to set student's min index to be the temp. There's a swap correct. Temp becomes the I becomes the min becomes back to the temp. So that looks good. Save. Better test it right now. Well, I guess we're going to finish using it. So now we can, with our S, sort by name. And we're sending students, yes. So that should do it. So then we're going to populate our table. Display table 4. And actually, we're only going to populate our table if we have enough room for it. So let's do this first. If our students size is less than or equal to the number of rows in our display table. Is that what we called it? Maybe must be students table. Is it? Yeah, so get number, get row count, get row there. So only if that is true should we go ahead and try to populate our table. So let's populate our table. We're going to go through the rows for, let's call it row. Now we go less than just the number of students we have, so back to students.size. plus for each one of the students, what's this problem? Oh, what happened here? So row, better show on the IC here. Yeah, so for each row, 3 things. We're going to have student table, set value at. First row is going to be our students dot get row, the name. The name is going to go in row, and the column will be 0. And the second column and it's going to be the grade. Goes in the same row in column 1. And then we're going to put male or female. I'm not going to put true or false, so if students, same thing, get the row. In this case, get is male. Well, if that's true, we don't have to go equals true. If that's true, then we're going to set the value of the students table. To be male, M-A-L-E. Same row over to the second column. And if that Boolean variable is not true, there's only one other thing it can be, so else. And we'll set this not to be male, but to be female. So we'll see in that particular row, column 2, female. This we better test. Should be sorted, should be shown on tab 2. Let's start in the middle. Henry's in the middle. Let's say he's grade 7, he is male. We'll go to Betty. Betty is, I'm going to go the lower the letters, the lower the grade. So Betty's in grade 2. She's female. I'm going to go before that, so how about A1? Grade 1 is male. Zoe should be at the end. Zoe at the end, so let's say 12. Let's do one other male. A1, who else? Balake. Grade 2 is male. Display, sort, let's see, A, B, E, B, good, male, female, male, female. I could test it again, but that looks like it's working fine. So now the search. Search, we're not going to use binary search, that would be too much. This would a lot just to do that. So let's just do a sequential. So let's do public void. No, we're going to send. We're going to send back the int of what we have found. I don't know how the air conditioning is sounding, so I'm going to turn it off. The public int, we're going to search by name. We'll be taking in array list of students. We'll call it students. and we'll take in a key, which will be a string we're looking for. Convention calls it a key, and we are returning an int, so let's return, get rid of the squiggle, number for now. So search by name, we're going to search through looking for a certain name, for. So it's going to be students dot size. And basically, if we find at any particular I that the get name dot equals, should do ignore case, the key, then we want to return the I. And if we don't find it, then we'll return -1. So let's handle the -1 part first. Oh, we don't have anything here yet. So we're going to do the name we're looking for. And oh, I didn't need to change that name, did I? Always good to change labels, but I didn't need to do it. So this is going to be name for search entry TF. It's unfortunately quite long now, but I'll take it. And we look up a name and we return the grade. And we can put it in a text field as well. It's a grade result. TF. And a button to do all of this. Okay. So, grade result TF is going to be, well, it depends. I said we're going to handle the -1 first, so let's bring in the number first of all. Let's go result, int result is going to be, we don't have a global sort and search, so we'll have to make another one here. It's going to be S dot search by name, and we're searching for this dot get text. No, that's the key. Key goes second. What goes first is the actual array list. So that's going to return either -1 if unfound or the element where it is. So if result equals minus 1. This. Set text to name not found. Else it will be the grade result text field will be the students get the result index and get its grade. Set text, and it might need that so that it's a string, not an int, that it's setting it to, and that needs to be formatted a little bit better. One more close brace should do the whole thing. So let's check it. I'll do 4 students. So it was Betty, was in grade 2, female. Zoe was in grade 12, female. We had Henry, in middle school someplace, male. We had Aaron, grade 1, male. And finally, Balake, grade, doesn't matter, 3, male. Okay, display, sort and display, A, B, B, L, A, okay. And search Balake is in grade 3. And that was correct. I'm just going to do Aaron for good measure. Correct. Okay, that's it. That's it.